Okay guys, another essential piece of kit I want to talk about is the heavy duty space blanket tarps. And they're a space blanket and a tarp combined. You've got the reflective mylar on the inside, which helps keep in your body heat and reflect heat. And then you've got a tarp, it's pretty big, it's 5x7, so you can wrap it entirely around you. You can actually take duct tape and make a bivy bag with it to sleep in, by putting the duct tape along the edges. They come with grommet holes, so you can tie them. You can hang them up like a tarp for cover. Just a real essential piece of kit. And this one particular red one, I broke down one night in about 20-degree weather, and I had a job that I wore t-shirts and shorts to during the day because I worked in a call center, and they always kept it hot in there because all the women. So I'd go to work and wear nothing but t-shirts and shorts, and just turn on warm my car up when I got ready to leave work, let it get good hot, and then I'd ride home. It's about an hour and a half away. And this particular day had been about 70 degrees that day, but a cold front came through that afternoon, and that night temperatures plummeted into the 20s. And I was supposed to get off at 9, wound up working till about 1. And on the way home, down Interstate 485 outside of Charlotte, my electrical system in my car went completely out. Car died, no heat, wouldn't crank, just nothing electrical working at all. Coasted over to the emergency lane. Sitting in the car wasn't an option with people flying by at 70 and 80, 90 miles an hour. So I wound up having to get out of the car and go to the woods. And I had to call my mother, who was disabled with lupus, who had to call my aunt to come and get her, because she can't drive, because my mom can't drive at night very well. And they wound up coming to get me, but it took about an hour and 15 minutes for them to get over there. So I went to the woods on the side of the interstate, good ways off the road, built me a little fire. I had that get home kit I shot a video on, and I wrapped up in this tarp. And this tarp really saved me from getting hypothermia and probably saved my life. So I highly recommend you get a couple of them, keep one in your bug out bag or whatever, and keep one in your vehicle. I use them all the time for camping, hiking, making shelter. We camped in 17-degree weather in Pixka National Forest this past January, me and Wayne Whitney. And I actually put these on the outside of the tent, and with a little Coleman propane heater, we stayed pretty toasty in the tent to where I was even kicking the sleeping bag off of me, and it's 15 degrees outside and 30-mile-an-hour winds. So these really do help retain heat. Really a great piece of kit. I'd consider it probably the third most essential piece of my kit behind a cutting tool and a container is one of these tarps. So pick you one up, about 15 bucks REI. Great piece of kit, guys. Thanks.